$15,000 worth of drawers in this thing. 20? What do you want to tell us about your truck here?
Bad day if you're getting in this one. They're gonna know exactly what's up with that. I learned this from one of our guys that works down in Texas. Kids at home, get brass punches. These you can't get anymore. The one thing that people don't think about, I have used the crap out of these, and if all the John Deere guys knew I had it, they'd probably run me off.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're in beautiful Basin, Utah. We're with Steven with RDO Equipment. RDO is the John Deere yellow iron dealer distributor.
Correct. We are the John Deere construction dealer for Utah. We also have branches in Idaho and Wyoming. Then we cover a lot of the Midwest, and then we have an ag division in the Northwest.
How big is RDO? Is it one of the bigger
largest,
ones?
if not the largest in the U.S.
Okay.
But I could be mistaken.
There's a few big ones out there, Pape and a few others.
Yep.
But yeah, so RDO is kind of the big boy of the John Deere construction world. You've been with these guys a year or two?
It'll be a year next month.
Well, cool, and he's got himself a Kenworth T380, a class 7, I assume.
I believe so.
So 33,000 pound GVW, got a 14-foot body. What's your radius look like?
We don't have quite the footprint the rest of the dealers do. So I've gone from, I spent a lot of time in the Uinta Basin. I've been to Wendover. I've been clear down to Moab. Our Ogden guys handle everything pretty much north, and I'm bound for Fillmore tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yep.
That's my hometown.
They try to,
Fillmore, Utah, God's country.
they try to run me from here south.
Really?
Typically.
So you home base out of here, and then they just dispatch you
Yep.
wherever you gotta go. What do you want to tell us about your truck here?
It's got a Teamco bed on it, a Teamco crane, Van Air compressor, Biller welder. That thing is sweet.
Trailblazer 330. Okay.
I've never had an issue with that. I typically have a lube skid in here, but I had to unload it last week to have some extra bed space. So it's 60 gallon of 3 different hydraulic oils.
3 hydraulic oils.
Yep, so Deere runs 3 different ones. Then you add in the working oils. So there's a handful we got to choose from. 80 gallon worth of recovery oil.
The waste oil. Okay. That's got to be what, 80, 100?
When I'm empty, it's an 80 gallon fill, and I'm the oddball out of the fleet to have that large of a tank.
Yeah, you don't see many of these that have a massive tank like that. It looks like they actually cut into your box space a little bit to get such a big tank.
Little bit, but it's all right.
I see you've got a lighted whip flag on here.
Yep.
You guys going to some mine sites or?
Yep, so we've got a couple of guys that work on the Kennecott tailings pile, a lot of gravel pits, and then we have a customer in a coal mine in Craig, Colorado that I end up at.
Awesome. Well, what can you tell us about your, what you love about your bed, what you hate about it?
I like that it's a steel bed because I hang an ungodly amount of stuff with magnets. So I'd be sunk if I had an aluminum bed.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd truck. They've all been different beds. I've liked this Teamco the most. I really do like the C-Tech drawer packs it has in it.
They're pretty smooth, huh?
Way smooth. They're pretty light. You can cram a lot of stuff in there.
Man, this looks like a college apartment in here.
You gotta have some fun with what you do.
I don't know if you noticed this. Package of dog biscuits in here.
This is case study number 1 of why you listen to the old guys. There was an old boy I worked with in Idaho. He was cleaning out his truck, and I walked by the one day. He had a bag of dog biscuits behind the seat. And he was telling me, if it's a mean dog, I'll throw them a treat. They'll kind of leave you alone. If it's a nice dog, you make friends.
There you go. Your first compartment here, it looks like, I mean, a lot of guys will have tool drawers in here, but you lose your drawers with the extra fuel space.
The tank comes right
That's
there.
cool. I've never seen that. Little fill door in there.
The rest of them will fill Jeff right there, but I'm fuel.
Your fuel. 80 gallons.
80 gallons.
And most of these tanks will have a 40, or most of these class 7 trucks, the tank will only go to right here, and it'll be 40 or 50 gallons.
There are things that I will tolerate being loose in a drawer or a compartment. For whatever reason, my cordless stuff is not one of them.
Yeah.
I picked this trick up from a guy, it was actually my old service manager. They're just stealth mounts, you get them on Amazon. A couple of magnets, they're a 1/4 turn when they're not cranky.
Never fall off?
Very rarely.
Very rarely, huh?
So cordless I put in here because inverter's in here, charger.
What size inverter do you run?
2500 watt. What it came with.
Gets the job done?
Oh yeah. I've run angle grinders off it. I don't like to, but if it's just a quick zip, no big deal.
Yeah.
So the one anomaly, I could not bring myself to spend an ungodly amount of money on a Milwaukee one.
A heat gun.
Yeah. So it's just got a cheapo battery adapter.
Yeah.
The dirty secret is they're both the same company.
Are they really?
Yeah. So these are 18 volt. Those are 18 volt. You don't got to worry about shorting stuff out.
Yeah.
Just snap a battery in there.
Buy that on Amazon.
$6 on Amazon, battery
Really?
adapter. Guns, drill, just kind of some random goodies. Again, the batteries, it drives me nuts when they're on the loose.
So you got the big boy Milwaukee, the 3/4.
Most of the time, if that won't break it loose, we're breaking out the 1-inch air regardless.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's just how it is. Most used gun is gonna be the 3/8 little stubby. Anytime I jump out of the truck, I swear I'm picking this one up. Either this one or the M18 3/8, two big go-tos. And then I was surprised by these. Dad was never a big fan of air ratchets, so I wasn't for a long time. Figured why not, and I got these, and I grabbed this just as much as I grabbed the stubby.
An everyday ordeal, huh?
Pretty much. So because this was set up the way it was, it didn't come with an extra shelf, and I had the ammo cans. This is kind of a holdover from my old truck. The boxes were like Swiss cheese. Dust, water, bugs, it all got in there.
Yeah.
So I started putting stuff in ammo cans. So extra safety goodies in that one. A lot of guys will hang their welding helmet off of their tanks, and I don't jive with that. Didn't want it squished, so found an ammo case to put it in, and it keeps it dry, keeps it clean. Lockout tag out box. The box it came with didn't fit in there for crap, so I just moved it into an ammo can. This is the other kind of fun one. It's a bad day if you're getting in this one, because you're gonna have to break into the emergency rations if you're opening up this can. There used to be a pair of socks in here, but they've since gone somewhere. 80% of the time I'm working off this side because this is where all my tools are, unless you're up in an engine compartment, or if you're doing a lot of crane work, you're on the other side or on the back.
All right, guys, you enjoying the show? This guy's got more C-Tech drawer units than anybody I've ever seen. Stay tuned to the end. I think he's got like 5 or 6 sets of that full of tools. So we got a lot of tools headed your way. A few things you can do for me: go like, go comment, go subscribe, go buy merch. Main thing that we're doing is we give 20% of all merch sales to a local trade school, Davis Tech, to help them get more people into the trades. That's our biggest mission, is to protect the trades, get more people like Steven out into the field fixing equipment. And just a reminder, if you've got a truck like this that you want to see on our channel, hit us up. We're always looking for more videos and more content to come your way.
If you need a truck, you better give me a call and we will sell you a truck. I guarantee it.
Or your money back, because you wouldn't have a truck.
Or your money back, and I get the truck back. So front, you've got your power tools, coveralls, PPE, your persuader hammer. It's always a handy one, right?
The short handle is always handy.
Yeah. And then the second compartment here looks like you've got 2 sets of C-Techs, your magnet trays and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Any rhyme or reason for what you've got in your C-Techs and where?
A lot of it's modeled on how I had my shop box. So you just kind of put them in about the same place you always had them. It's just kind of muscle memory.
Yeah.
Kind of all the little stuff always seems to accumulate in the top. Allen wrenches in that one, some stray feeler gauges. All my baby wrenches that I don't want to chase around my wrench drawer because they're just tiny. They live up there. The last time I used one of those was yesterday, and I think they've sat there since I put them there until yesterday. O-ring picks, can't have enough of those. So those are O-ring spoons. So you run, especially on bigger, chunkier ones that are really stuck in there, you run less of a hazard of poking them or tearing them. These are good for getting them out, but if you're trying to fish them back in and not trying to wreck them, the spoons are awesome. The one thing that people don't think about, and they're kind of an odd thing to find, is forceps, because they're just baby vice grips. If you're needing to fish in something tiny, can't get vice grips in there, can't get your fingers in there, instead of forceps.
That's a great idea. And they're long.
They're awesome for small engines too, clamping off fuel lines and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Got the feeler gauges in here. I made the mistake of buying all the same handle, so you're kind of futzing around deciding which ones are which, until I found they make an actual diesel set, Snap-on does. So it comes with 2 different colored handles, but the 90-degree feeler gauges. So on our engines, the rocker box is just in the right spot to be in the way for a 45. So you can just snake a 90 in there and call it a day. So these, they are designed to be def line release. Rarely do they work for def lines, but I have found they are really good for electrical connectors.
Oh yeah.
So especially the Deutsch where they stab your fingers.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Trying to get your stubby fingers in there and grab both sides of it.
Radiator hose picks, turbo lines, radiator hoses, they like to weld themselves on there. So you can wedge that in there and get them around. They're always in a funny spot, so have a couple of different ones floating around. These are another good thing, the carbide scrapers. A couple of cat guys got me onto these and save you a lot of time. Carbon, old gaskets, like them half metal kind of lead looking gaskets that hang on, take them right off. Pliers and screwdrivers in here. Got the snappies. They hold on the best. They've got the good wrench turning lug on them. I have a thing for green, if you couldn't tell. The chunkiest standard screwdriver you'll find.
That's a beast.
That is what they call a marine plug driver. When you're doing overheads, instead of having to weasel that long sucker in there, you just plunk that on nice and thick, set your overhead, call it a day. Kids at home, get brass punches. They will save your day and the next guy's day. I have drain plugs on like planetaries. I've seen too many of them wrecked because nobody knows. Take brass punch, you smack it head on, then you loosen it.
Back it out.
They'll come right out every time. Pliers, kind of an assortment. The ones I pick up every day are those guys. And I bought them before they went viral because I was after a new set of needle nose and I like the look of them. I like the slip joints. And
yeah.
Hell, I had them floating around 2 weeks and one of the guys at the shop, oh, those are the TikTok ones. And I didn't know.
Sure. Yeah.
Your story.
Yeah.
Long noses are always good to have around. This was an old Cornwell set I picked up years ago. Got the 90-45 and straight. They started making some that are double jointed so you can really get down in there. I need to get a set.
How long you been building your tool empire here?
Well, I was kind of hosed because Dad and Grandpa did this for a lot of years.
Yeah.
So I started accumulating when I was
So you're third generation.
I am third generation heavy diesel mechanic.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Were they in trucks too, or were they in the shop?
Dad and Gramps weren't very much. They were mostly shop.
Okay.
But Gramps did locomotives and semis. Dad was in ag equipment. He went to construction equipment, and I got my start in ag and moved over to construction.
Probably got started real young then, huh?
Oh yeah, there's a John Deere M over there that I've had since 3rd grade.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Always got to have a good slammer. So this is what I was saying about the brass hammers. This one's on the light side. I need to get a bigger one. If you don't want to mar what you're beating on, and that one don't have enough juice to it, makes a really nice punch with a handle essentially.
Yeah.
So you just smack the back of it, call it a day.
See, you paint your handles yellow, just
So-
kind of differentiate, just to keep your tools separate from.
Yep, that's
everybody
another. I never did ask if it was a railroad shop trick or a diesel shop trick, but everybody in our family had a color. At the time, it was to keep my dad's, mine, and my brother's separate because
Sure.
me and my brother had the same stuff.
Yeah.
The dead blows are nice. The hybrids, if you're really beating on something all day, it doesn't wear you out so bad up here. There's something about these trusty Cook ones I just liked. I got a hold of a snap-on one day, and I didn't like the handle. Never did.
You
Found
got
the
some
trusty
good
Cooks.
leverage on that thing. You could
Oh yeah,
you
it's
could
got
swing that sucker.
Well, it's 40 ounces.
Yeah.
It's got some heft.
Yeah. That'll knock a man out.
The safety knocker outer.
Yeah. Knock you out, but not make you bleed.
I mean,
Might bleed.
It might bleed,
die.
yeah.
Might not die.
crow's feet in this one. I was actually using these today out at North Point, hence all the dust. This was a trick I picked up. A guy I follow on Facebook from Oklahoma. It's just a piece of 1/2 inch square stock. You just slide them on there and drop a pin in.
There you go.
Cool one out of the drawer. Those are John Deere filter wrenches. So these ones will be excavators, 4045 engines, 6068 engines. These will be the 6090s and the 13 liters. The fun fact about that one, for all you Massey Ferguson people out there, same filter. So Lyle makes a similar wrench. I bought this one when I was with an Agco dealer. It doesn't have quite the same oomph. I went to yard on a filter and it went wah. Chucked it in the bottom of the drawer, never used it since.
Yeah.
Fan clutch wrenches, oddly enough, these are some really common hydraulic hose size for Deere. So that's what I kept them around for. If you're in a bind, hose won't come off. Just hook those up, air hammer it. 60% of the time it'll work for you. Torque offsets, have them, use them. They are handy.
What do you use those for?
A lot of exhaust manifolds. You can see the bolt, but you can't get a typical wrench or ratchet on there, or torque wrench, to torque them. So you can snake those in there, kind of a different direction, and get a proper torque on them. A lot of driveline too, like automotive drivelines, where the U-joints are so big, it's hard to get stuff in there.
Yeah.
These you can't get anymore. They are bona fide case construction pin snap ring pliers. You cannot buy them anymore.
Hang on to those.
Hang on to those. No, I never have to touch case backhoes, but I do run into heavy snap rings that size, so they're awesome for that. And if those won't do it, the Langs will. I seem to use these a lot on clutch packs and tractor transmissions because the snap rings on those are good 8-10 inches in diameter. Mechanical fingers, every once in a while they save you. State Fair specials. Cornwell started making these, so it's a similar concept to the fan belt or the fan clutch wrenches. So these were Matco, but Cornwell came out with a sturdier one, and the whole premise was tight spots where you can't get a gun. Flop your socket on there, put an air hammer on it, hit it. First one I had warranty, blew up the snap ring, and every time you'd want it to work, it wouldn't. So that's why I say 60% of the time it works.
Cool concept, but
It's great concept.
yeah, it's amazing how smooth these drawers roll after even after years.
I know.
Well, I think they say the weight limit on these like 400 pounds.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Well, that one's definitely testing it.
getting close, huh? Are all of these tools yours, or are there company supplied tools you carry too?
So on this truck, I'm going to tell you 85% of what's on it is going to be mine, and the rest will be company issued. I don't have a lot of company issued in this cabinet. The next one has a lot of diagnostic stuff.
Yeah, computers and
Computer lives in the cab. That's another thing I'm funny about. Laptop lives in the cab. Just how it is.
Yeah.
If you're going to be in heavy equipment, have an air hammer. Learn how to use it. So I got the snap-on. Upgraded to the Matco. I was in a bind the one day and needed a little extra oomph, so I put a high flow on it, and it kind of helped me out. This thing hits like a freight train. I love it. Die grinders, those are always good to have around. I have the Milwaukee Electric. It's good for just a quick, but if you're in it all day, just go for the air. Be done with it.
yeah.
A couple old air impacts I keep for in case.
They don't get used much anymore, do they?
No, but there's days, if you're really in it, a lot of bolts, a lot of repetition, your batteries are getting hot, probably already got the air hose run out, just use it.
Around it.
That was one of the better things I found. Just a wrench clip from Harbor Freight. Long reach die grinder. So Lyle builds these, and they are technically for thermostats. And I've used them thermostats, bores, or for pins, just getting in weird spots. Block heaters on little John Deere tractors.
Yeah.
Cleaned up a lot of block heater surfaces with those. Vim makes brass-faced air hammer bits. So if it's in a tight spot, you need to smack it, but you don't want to screw it up.
Throw that brass on there.
Throw the brass on there. They've got, I was looking the one day, they've got brass, aluminum, and nylon. Rarely do I need anything softer than brass.
Yeah,
so.
I feel like a nylon wouldn't last very long.
Yeah, especially with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That is my money maker. That is my buddy. That is the one I grab every day. Good ratchet, got a good back drag on it. It's ate a lot of dirt and oil. Still don't care. Still don't care. The other handy one is these Matco palm ratchets. You can get them with a 3/8 arbor. So when you really need to get your 3/8 socket in there, but you don't need to reef on it, you can just snake in there with that guy. It's gotten me out of a lot of tight spots. Interiors and like engine controllers, doubles on the O-ring picks. So this set came with a set of O-ring picks, the micro drivers, and then the micro torques. I use them a lot for controllers. We've got some grease pumps that are pretty common replacement item that take them just tiny, tiny torques. Once you reach this point of a 3/8, I don't see the point of going any longer over a handle, because all you're going to do is wreck them pawls.
Yeah.
If you're chooching on it that hard, just go get a 1/2 inch. So these are a little different. They're standalone, so you can put it on your torque wrench and on your socket. I've used them for torque offsets, just snaking into weird spots. I think the last time I used that one, so it's 3/4 on one side and a 1/2 on the other. I think the book says it's for power stroke head bolts.
Oh,
so you
really?
can snake up under the dash.
Yeah.
I was undoing a dozer cab. Just the way it was situated, I had to have my 3/4 upside down and on the socket, and got us there. Front main seal, I was using it last week on some grease seals for loader. So if your seal's sitting in that surface, just out she comes.
Nice.
You can actually get some torque on it with the 3/8, weird spots. The guys.
That is a pretty cool little tow tray.
That one,
You make it yourself?
I actually won that.
Won it.
It was an Instagram raffle I got in on, and
Pretty slick little unit there though.
oh yeah,
Lightweight.
Oh yeah, it's awesome for cabs. and he built it with the socket rail in it. So
Just a little grab and go.
oh yeah. Problem I have is it always gets full of dirt. Yeah. Plier drawer. I like my Nipex. Nipex. I used to be a channel lock person until I got a hold of a pair of these.
Yeah, they're incredible.
Never looked back.
Yep.
My dad still gives me a hard time. If they're not channel locks, I don't want them. Well, if I don't know what I'm getting into, the two things that go in my pocket are usually
Those two.
both those.
Yeah.
Both those and a pry driver. And we'll assess the situation when we get there. I've actually still not sold on that.
Oh, the automatic one?
Yeah, still getting used to this
I saw
one.
a guy doing it the other day. I'm like, it just doesn't seem natural. But it looked cool.
It's another one of those that works 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Well, I got mad. It was just some tiny gauge wire. Those wouldn't do it. So tool truck happened to be there that day. I grabbed these, right off it come.
There we go, huh?
So that's why I keep them around, just for little stuff. So I've got metric in one drawer, standard in the other. It's kind of a mixed bag. Since I've professionally started swinging wrenches, I've had these John Deere ones. They have served me well. The ones that I really beat up, I replaced with snappies, because you know they're the ones you're going to kill. So buy a snappy, you keep the old John Deere around. If you got to mow that one off, do something with it, you're not out a whole lot.
Something you bought here this spring, or is that an idea you came up with?
So I've seen old boys do this. I used to have the really nice magnetic toolbox widget wrench organizers. When I went to put them in this truck, they wouldn't stick. I went to stick a magnet to it about 2 weeks later and went, hey, that's aluminum.
Magnet don't work here, son.
Aluminum don't work here. So these are actually hose protectors, hydraulic hose protectors.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got the hose
Keeping them from
shop.
chafing.
Yep, they're at the shop. They've got their scrap bucket.
Great idea.
It stacks them in there nicer. They wander around a little bit, but not too terrible. Those are nice. I'm odd, and I got to have the selector. I don't like the ones you flip over.
I'm the same way. Because then you always guess backwards. It's like, which side is which?
It's like when you pick up your gun. It is always going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I kind of cheaped out on the angle wrenches, went with some Sun X's, but I've had zero issue with them. They're actually a little shorter, so you can get them in places. Because usually you can break them loose with the full size.
Yeah.
Then you get on them with the Sun X and spin them out. My gripe with these is they're only stamped with the size on one side.
Oh, you have to flip them over. Yeah.
You're playing the guessing game, but that's where your spring holders come in. It's like, I know that one should be there. Some of Gramps' old Cornwells, those have served us both well.
That's cool.
There's a running joke around our house. He and I have the same initials.
Oh, really?
So anything stamped with his initials are the same as mine, and
Automatically assigned to you?
it is automatically assigned to me, even if it's older than me. That is my favorite crescent wrench, and if all the John Deere guys knew I had it, they'd probably run me off.
Case. Nice. Case backhoe yellow right there.
Yep. Case IH on one side and Case Construction on the other.
That's cool.
It's just built nice. It's got a nice thick handle right there. I've used the ever-living crap out of it. It has never let me down. It's comfy. So this is, I was talking about the fan clutch set.
Yep.
So this is what belonged to those wrenches. And I originally got it to put crow feet on it and use it for hydraulic lines. And then I made that discovery it only works so well. But it actually does what it should for fan clutches, so I keep it around. That 18 is the handiest size, because a 12-inch doesn't do you any good, and half the time you can't get a 24 in there. So most of the time I reach for the 18. I've had a lot of guys want to steal this one because of that handle.
Just enough leverage to get it done, huh?
Oh yeah, and if that one don't do it, that one will. I like the locking flexes. They'll get you in where you need to be. And if you really think you need to reef on it, you go for the breaker bar. If you think you're gonna break your ratchet, break the breaker bar instead. They're cheaper. That's probably $150. That's gonna be $250 to $275.
Break your breaker bar.
Break
first.
the breaker bar.
Then break your ratchet.
Bad day when you break the ratchet.
Break them both, if you're me.
Extra long screwdrivers. Those were Tractor Supply bargain bin. I've
There
had
you
them
go.
forever. This is an oddity. I've not found another one. It is a slide hammer rod, but it is unique because it's coarse thread, not fine thread. All the ones you buy now are fine thread. So if you need to weld a nut to something, most of the bolt hardware you're going to have is coarse thread, not fine. So all the bulk hardware I have is going to be coarse thread. So I can weld one of those on there, spin this on, slide hammer it out. With the fine thread, it's Not what a lot of people keep on hand.
You're going to the hardware store for a fine thread.
Yes. Another John Deere goodie, 3/4 ratchet. That has served me well over the years. Matco bore scope. Where we do a lot of warranty work, especially as a dealer, they want documentation. So the other bore scope I had, it didn't have an SD card, so I couldn't get pictures out of it. So this one will hook up to your phone. So it just imports some pictures straight to your phone.
That's cool.
Drop them in the work order, send them to your boss, send them to the customer. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, Mr. Customer, bad news.
Yeah, bad day. It's even the...
Look at that.
Time on a Saturday night.
Hey, don't tempt me. Those are handy little buggers. They're just stubby, quarter drive, Torx, hex, 11 point, not 11 point.
12 point?
12 point. And then Phillips. So interiors, again, like especially on excavators.
Yeah.
These came in really handy doing a joystick in one of our 160 excavators.
Access panels, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. So is the armrest. Well, there's the armrest, there's the seat, then there's the side of the cab. You're not gonna fish your regular screwdriver in there.
160s are probably a little tighter than most of them, right?
160s aren't bad. You get smaller than that and they get worse.
It's kind of a handy size.
Oh yeah. I can't stand pipe wrenches. Me and pipe wrenches don't jive.
Don't do it, huh?
Nope. So I like the German pipe wrench.
Sure.
The good channel locks that I always keep around. Filter wrench pliers. The big boys. I think I've had those since I graduated high school.
I'll bet those have seen some days.
They have seen some
Those have
days.
spun some filters. I wish they had a counter on them. You know how many filters they've spun.
Like a bale counter.
Yeah.
So, like for pulling seals, the automotive guys use them a lot more, but they're handy when you need them. So, seal pullers, every once in a while you just got something odd in a blind hole and it needs to go away, and that is the perfect size. So that is a smoke machine plug. I learned this from one of our guys that works down in Texas for pulling vacuum on hydraulic tanks. So if you need to undo a line on the bottom of a hydraulic tank, and you don't want to drain it and refill it, you can pull a vacuum on the tank, holds oil in, away you go. So I just paired it up with a Amazon special vacuum generator. I went a little extra and put the gauge on it because I'm curious.
Yeah.
So there's nothing worse than being under there and you crack the line and you find out there's not vacuum.
Yeah.
But I got that one set up for just infill caps, so I use that a lot for excavators.
Probably saves you a bunch of hydraulic fluid.
Oh yeah.
A lot of spills.
Oh yeah. I went a little more extra than guys and did the quick change air fittings. That way you're not wasting time decking around, moving them around.
Sure.
And these are actually kind of fun in a semi unprofessional way. They actually started building these to thread into vice grips.
Well,
So if it's an oddball, whatever you're trying to slide hammer, slide into your vice grips, hook your slide hammer up, out she comes.
pull that sucker out.
And where it's a slide hammer, all that weight's kind of contained, so when you pop it off, it's usually not in an unpredictable direction. Vacuum coolant refillers. If you're working with EGR systems, have one, or be really good at bleeding air, because they'll hold on to an air bubble, burn them up. The Hitachis we used to work with, they were famous for that. They'd catch an air bubble because the EGR cooler was up in the top.
Yeah.
Implodes, wipes out your EGR cooler.
Yes.
And just kind of some random goodies in there.
Yeah, got all your tool trays over here. You got a speaker up there for your tunes.
Oh yeah, gotta have tunes.
Your rubber gloves. A lot of the trucks have this in the first compartment, kind of more centralized, and this is like one of the wider compartments you'll find on one of these service bodies. We carry several different brands of these. None of them have a, what is that, 6 feet? At least 5 feet. It's 5
At
feet.
least 5.
5 feet, yeah.
So this was the last truck ordered by Honan. So it's still the Honan spec. All the ones we've been getting with RDO are IMTs.
Are they?
It's just like you say, all your main compartments, that next one forward.
Yeah.
But they also have smaller fuel tanks.
Yep.
There's certain things that Snap-on I will own. There are certain things I don't need to own from them. There are certain Harbor Freight tools I will own. There are certain I won't own. As far as I'm concerned, if it's tough enough to do what I'm doing and it can be warranted and it fits the application, may as well. This is where all the diagnostics usually happen. I used to be one of those guys that made fun of colored zip tie people. I got my lunch ate one day. I changed my tune.
Got humbled, huh?
Uh-huh. You ask what I reach for most of the time, it is usually these three. So that one is my EDL cables. Most of the time, if I'm showing up to a machine, I'm hooking up for diagnostics. Again, this is a holdover from my old truck. It was like Swiss cheese. I didn't have room for the cables in the cab. Didn't want them getting hammered. So these pack outs, waterproof, dustproof.
They're nice.
I got kind of a beater blue point there. We was in a dust storm last time I had them out. That is the one I use and trust. This one has made me a lot of money. And it's not even the fancy one. This is the low end, because they went to the style where they turned it 90 degrees, and this is the low end of that. But I've used the crap out of it. This is one of those things, you learn things from odd places. We had a trainer in Idaho, and when we did our basic electrical course, he had everybody build 25-foot ground leads. So when you're in the cab trying to diagnose a CAN issue, you run that alligator clip, a good-sized alligator clip, clear the battery ground.
Clear to the battery.
Because he spent too many days on the phone with people trying to diagnose something when it was just a bad ground connection.
Just trying to ground a bolt that wasn't grounded.
Yep, Amazon, oscilloscope wire. Oscilloscope wire and 4mm banana leads. I've built several others. These are the ones I use most of the time. Just a heavier oscilloscope wire, 4mm banana connectors. These are $1 a pop. 50 feet of oscilloscope wire is 30 bucks. It's cheap, it's easy, it's reliable. You break them, cut the end off, solder a new one on.
Yep.
So John Deere issues and uses these breakout probes. So AGCO is big on breakout harnesses. John Deere is big on using these probes. I have seen on pickups where you shove a test light in a spade connection.
Yep.
Well, your spade connection don't work too good after that. So they really prefer you to use these, and they are awesome.
Shove your spade in there and test inside of the...
Plug it in. You can plug it into the circuit. You're not having to jack around with just a test lead. Try to hold it on there. Try to hold the ground. Kind of do the spider monkey.
Try to hold your meter in your neck here and get both sides in there.
And if you need it to be plugged in and you don't have a breakout harness, spoons are your next best bet. You're not having to monkey around, holding on the ground, holding on the wire, spoon in the back, test your voltages, away you go.
Back in there.
So yeah, Deere issues these. So the pack out's mine, but I put the probes in the pack out so they would fit with the rest of the pack outs.
Actually look like they were made for that spot, don't they?
Right? So I had to do a little modification because there's a good lip right here.
Yep.
So the pack outs would catch something fierce, so I just got some 1-bys in there to make it a little easier. DR fittings, that's what Deere uses. Deere calls them DR ports. The rest of the world calls them CompuChecks. So if you're looking for them, search by CompuCheck.
Where did you say you get the bulk of your training? Did you go to like John Deere, had to get certified to work on John Deere machines when you got moved on to the yellow iron side of things, or?
So I'm kind of an odd case. I went to Utah State in their Ag Systems and Technology program. So it was concentrated on ag machinery, but a lot of it bleeds over. I went to a John Deere dealer and they gave me John Deere specific. So you do your cores, which is hydraulic, electric, and service advisor. Then they have you do AC and engines to become certified.
Yeah.
Then after that, they start doing what's called capstones in machine families. So I'm capstoned in small frame dozers and articulated haul trucks. So that way, you know all your basics. They run you through the capstone, so you know the specifics of that machine.
Yeah.
Then that way you can do warranty work.
So if someone's got an articulated haul truck that's got something that nobody can fix, you're their call, right?
There's me and one other guy.
Yeah.
He's grayer than me. He knows some things. Relay buddy. Those are handy. Those have saved me some time diagnosing stuff. The one thing you got to watch, look at your schematics, because it gives you a 4-pin and a 5-pin option. I have put a 5-pin relay in here thinking it needed to be on 5-pin when it needed to be on 4-pin. It passed the relay in 5-pin. It failed it when you switched it to 4-pin.
Interesting.
And I found it because I looked at the schematic and it's like, oh, there's only 4 pins going to that relay.
One of them's a dummy pin.
Pretty much. For all them times you want to use your screwdriver and you shouldn't, use that. There's that
Pound
one.
on the pry driver, not on the screwdriver.
Yeah, these are handy. I have used the crap out of these. Call this my Grim Creeper bar.
Yeah, there you go.
So
This also doubles as self-protection.
especially when you're working with swathers and balers, you're taking out bearings that are that big and opening up conditioners. They're awesome for that. So they run up to the little guy. That comes in surprisingly handy just for anything, really.
Yeah.
I like to build stuff. So this is another arts and crafts handy thing to build for yourself. Soldering stand.
Oh, there you go.
So clip your wires in, put them right there, stick it, clamp it, whatever, do your soldering.
Oh man, you got drawers for days in this.
I know,
in this
it's
bad boy.
awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
All the trucks that was ordered by Honan are just straight C-Techs.
Loaded up. And these C-Techs aren't cheap, but they are worth it. We sell a lot.
Do you?
Like, yeah, a ton of them. And yeah, everybody who buys a truck's like, let's talk about C-Techs. And after we get the truck deal lined up, let's figure out what C-Techs we can put where.
So this one, kind of a random compartment. Rags, cleaning supplies, some trash bags.
I see you're a connoisseur of bungee cords like me.
Bungee cords and magnets.
I carry a lot of bungee cords. I freaking love bungee cords.
This stemmed out of a kind of embarrassing moment one day. I was servicing an excavator. Pretty normally you just drop the filters off the top, pick them up when you're done. The owner of the company wanders by and starts talking to me. I'm like, well, so I've got a whole lot more paranoid about capturing trash.
There you go.
Just one of those professionalism, courteous
Good
things.
idea. Yeah, great idea. And easy to move and not carrying a full-size trash can around.
Just stows right there.
Most of these trucks have a big workbench bumper. This is by far the biggest one I've seen.
It is
I mean,
awesome.
and you're a full, you're over 2 feet.
2.5 foot or
Yeah,
so.
it's a big sucker.
This is kind of the bad day box. Usually if we're in that side, we're after that.
Yeah.
That or the torque wrench to go with it. 3/4 torque wrench. That was wheeling and dealing from my old service manager in Idaho. I kind of got a steal on that. He was a tech and moved up to be a service manager. Said, I don't need all this stuff and
Make me a deal.
make me a deal.
There you go.
He was asking about the cheater pipe.
Piece of pipe.
That is actually a through shaft out of a 6000 series tractor.
Really?
For some reason there was one floating around the shop and it just ended up in my bay.
Yep.
And it fits perfectly on that John Deere ratchet. So this is kind of the part I'm proud of with this box, because these bumpers usually turn into a catch-all.
Yeah. And they get gross.
Yeah. So I made the discovery. These here ammo cans fit just perfectly.
That is slick. I got a rope on the next one.
Yeah. So
I was wondering, how did you get that out of there? Rope.
was thinking ahead on that one. I keep my lifting straps in that one.
Bit of rigging in there.
Yep. Keeps the oil out of it, keeps water out of it. Nice and clean, dry.
Use your crane pretty often? Or is it?
Once or twice a week at
Depends
least.
the day.
Depends on the day, depends on the job. Last Friday I was using it all day, putting an axle in a 644.
They've got a little different crane design than most companies, but
Yeah,
it's pretty slick.
these Federals they're different. I've not had any issues with it. Shackles live there, some random air fittings.
Big magnetic tray there, huh?
Oh yeah. I got tired of them running around in there.
That's fair. We'll roll a baling twine. See that, Dad? He's got baling twine. I got some in my truck too.
The amount of hydraulic lines I have fished through machines with baling twine is ridiculous.
Yeah. It's great.
Ended
That's
up
the
in
chain
there.
box right there.
Oh yeah. That was another thing I picked up from that old boy in Idaho. He lined his chain boxes with wood. So they wouldn't wear out the chains, wouldn't wear out the bottom of the box.
Interesting. Seen a lot of guys just getting that horse stall rubber.
Oh yeah.
Tractor Supply. It's expensive, but it kind of dampens everything and doesn't wear out.
That's what I had laying around. So
That's fair. Wood works good.
now we're kind of into all the
No more drawers.
consumables.
My gosh, $15,000 worth of drawers in this thing. 20.
There's one more cabinet worth of drawers.
Well done, Honan. Is there one more?
Yep.
All right.
RDO's gonna have some job.
I know, right?
I mean,
If you need a job, RDO is probably hiring.
most of the time we are. Yeah, O-ring kits, extra air fittings. They've just always lived in a peanut butter jar. It's gone with me everywhere I went. Peanut butter jar fittings.
That reminds me of my childhood right there. My dad has a whole bunch of these around his shop.
Screws, bolts,
Yep.
random stuff. Yep.
Yeah, both those right there. That's our mechanic's truck from when I was a kid. Some baling wire and a peanut butter jar full of stuff.
Really, the old farm truck can have grandma's genuine bona fide Tupperware. That is.
Oh yeah, my mom had this Tupperware and probably still does.
You've either had that for 50 years or a DI.
This is legitimately my great grandma's Tupperware that was headed to DI and
That
we
is
swiped
freaking
it.
awesome.
I got tired of chasing around part numbers, so I started putting them in the lid.
It's a little tackle box.
Oh yeah. Once warranty period's up, or it's just going to be trashed anyway,
Let's keep
just
it.
nip all the ends off of it, and the rest of it gets trashed and raw butt parts and pieces you need out of there.
Keep them.
Yep. And it's always the one you need is the one you never have.
Yep.
Old, new, any of it. The old guys are going to laugh when they see that. They're going to know exactly what's up with that. The old school trick, when you have to hot wrench something, get it nice and hot, cherry red, you walk away for 10 minutes. Come back with a little paraffin wax, put it on there. Acts like a penetrating oil. Creeps into the threads.
Soaks it right in there, huh?
I have had this work more successfully, more times than an actual penetrating oil.
Really?
Yep. Another O-ring kit. More grandma's Tupperware with O-rings. Those are probably from the last Deere dealer I worked for. Yeah, that's just mostly consumables. And then you get into the last batch of C-Techs.
That is so many drawers.
The hardware store. Hose clamps, then bulk hardware. The kind of random, don't have time, don't really need to assign it to a drawer. You kind of know what they are. Pan of bolts, everybody's got one of those.
Catch all.
Yep. Here's where the John Deere guys are going to give me a hard time again.
Oh. Oh boy.
Yard sales. Yard sales. So I got that and that set of crimpers for a song because old cat guy didn't need them, didn't want them. That's kind of all my welding gear, and didn't need to live with the rest of the typical tools, but it needed to be in here. And
A lot of time that space between your drawer pack and the next divider is dead space. So that's good use of dead space right there.
oxy settling compartment, the old bucket vacuum, welding gear. Like I say, stuff you need to have around, but you don't want in your main drawers.
Yep.
And that's AC nitrogen charge kit for AC. That has been the most effective way I've found AC leaks. Charge it up with nitrogen, go after it with soap and water.
Find the bubbles.
Find the bubbles.
Grinder hood there.
Yep, and that one goes to my hard hat. I bought it that way because I didn't really see a whole lot of point in having a hard hat and a face shield. You may as well just hang one on the hard hat because you're more than likely going to have to be wearing it anyway.
They require a hard hat and PPE, high vis on a bunch of these jobs, or?
It is very job site specific. Staker Parson, Kilgore, you walk on, you better have proper PPE.
Yeah.
The way I see it, their house, their rules.
Sure.
But RDO is really good about that too. iPro, steel toe boots, high vis if you're in the yard.
Gotta be safe.
Gotta be safe. Fire cabinet, like I say, you stuff stuff where you can.
Yep.
Because
All your flammables go in there.
yep, there's your soap and water. So even I've got the cooling system pressure tester. Pressure up your cooling system when you're done working on it. Chase the bubbles, make sure you're not leaking.
How does your waste oil recovery work? Just throw the air to it?
Yep, so it's already plumbed into air. You'll pick either in or out, then you'll run out your reel. Unfortunately, this one's kind of slobbery. So
You got a pan in the back here and slide under the machine, or do you
not
just,
yet. I got to get me one built, but typically it's a bucket.
Yeah, with a quick
So
connect
that's
on it.
not yet, but that is good bucket length, so
Yeah.
I'm not having to dunk that in oil.
Perfect.
The one nice discovery I made, grease tubes fit perfectly in milk crates.
Yeah. You do a lot of greasing out there?
If it's not a machine with an auto lube system, if you're servicing it, you go through hit all
You
the,
service it. The customer will call you and say, hey, I want you to come service this whole machine.
yep.
You go through the book, hit every zerk, and change all the fluids, send them back to work.
Depends on your hours.
Yeah.
So a 500-hour service is going to be grease, engine oil, air filters, fuel filters. very basic 1,000-hour. You're starting to get into final drives, park brakes, splitter cases on excavators. 2,000, you're starting to drop hydraulic oils and hydraulic filters, transmission filters. Clear up to about 4,000 hours, and then you're doing coolant. You're doing the whole thing at 4,000 hours.
Full PM.
Yep.
I don't know why it took them so many years, or at least took our family so many years to find the funnel that has a cap on the top and bottom. I don't know how many times you're just in there all day just cleaning funnels.
Available at your local John Deere dealer.
Yeah. Well, overall, man, you got a super organized truck.
Thank you.
I like the layout. I like the metal, the steel body. Thank you for the walk around.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Teamco, your Teamco bed is awesome. We loved it. It's something different for us. We don't see a ton of them out here. We appreciate it.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you out there.
I'll be out there.